I think I will tell someone that this Axie Infinity is fun game. You actually pet the Axie, and by playing this game, you actually earn some tokens in game, and you can sell it in cryptocurrency, and then cryptocurrency to a real money.
At first look, it looks easy because there's a cute axis, innocent look axis, but when you're in the game, it's like playing chess. It's a strategic game.
This is actually the first game that I heard, which is play to earn. So being said that, most people will actually be skeptical on playing a play to earn game. Maybe for them, it will be actually it's too good to be true.
In the Philippines, a Southeast Asian nation with a population of 111 million people, many were already teetering on the poverty line, and the economic fallout of COVID-19 was brutal. But in Cabanatuan City, Nueva Ecija, a rural province north of Manila, one community found an unusual way to make ends meet. Welcome to the world of play to earn. In August 2020, I wrote a story for the crypto news publication CoinDesk about a video game that was putting food on the table for families in the rural Philippines who'd been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Based on blockchain technology, Axie Infinity is a game where players breed, battle and trade cute digital pets called Axies. For some, earning an in-game token called Small Love Potion, or SLP for short, became their full-time job, playing around the clock to cash out $300 or $400 US within their first few weeks. That might not sound like much, but in the Philippines, it's more than many would expect to earn in a month.
Back in the days, I go here in the internet cafe with my friends to play. We played here and we do our projects because we don't have a computer in our house. We can't afford the internet. From that time till now, I still playing a game, and I love to play. Before, it was like a Ragnarok Online, Rose Online, Perfect World, O2 Jam, and now I'm playing this Axie Infinity.
Art was one of the first in Cabanatuan City to discover play to earn with Axie Infinity.
At first, I'm not convinced that this game is actually earned by playing, but I tried it. Out of my curiosity, I bought 3 Axies for that time for about $4 to $5 of 3 Axies. And then I played it. I'm earning some tokens in-game, and then I tried to sync and swap it in other cryptocurrency like Ethereum. And then the Ethereum I convert it in coins.ph for peso. And that's my first cash out. At that time, it was like 1,000 pesos for 15 days of playing that game.
Despite the complexity involved with earning your income in cryptocurrency and then learning how to turn it into cash, news about this moneymaker quickly got around town. Soon, there were more than 100 people playing Axie on Art Street alone.
Sila yung mga nag-share pa sa ibang tao na gusto nilang matulungan dahil nga sa pandemic, wala silang pinagkakakitaan. Kaya kumalat dito sa Cabanatuan.
When the Philippines went into community quarantine, the economy came to a grinding halt. Among the hardest hit were those who live, work and earn day to day. They represent more than half the Philippines' total workforce. The government did provide some assistance to low-income households, but it was hardly enough to get by.
Hindi na talaga siya nakakalabas hanggang ngayon. Siyempre, kabado kami dahil nakikita namin sa TV, maraming namamatay, maraming na-hospital. Siyempre, sa edad namin na to, mas kami raw ang apektado ron.
Yung pangarap ko, Huwag na ako magkakasakit. Kasi mayroon kasakit eh. Habang nabubuhay ako, bantay na lang ako sa tindahan. Kasi bawal lumabas eh. Kaya alas 4 madaling araw, at diyan ang alas 10 ng gabi. Nag-ano ako, nagtitinda dyan. Bantay lang ako. Kaya habang nandun ako sa tindahan, naglalaro ako eh.
Yun talaga libangan niya, kahit natatalo siya, sigilin niya lalaro, kahit walang nakukuha. Noon dati, minsan 2.5, minsan 3, kasi nga, kabilihan nga eh. Ngayon, benta namin, minsan 150, ganun. Swerte ka nang bumenta ng 300, ganun, 250.
For Lola Vergi and Lolo Silverio, Axie offered a way to supplement their income. But it also offered a chance to escape reality and explore a virtual world instead.
Yun ang libangan ko rito eh. Bisa nakaka 100 na laro. Minsan talo, minsan tawi. Pagka tapos na ako maglaro, pahinga ako. Tapos yun lang, laro na na. Sana wag mawala yung action.
Yun ang ano namin, panalangin namin sa Panginoon, sana wag mawala.
Kahit konti, kumikita kami.
Kahit pa paano, pambili namin ng gamot, siyempre. Kami matatanda na, puro gamot na lang. May maintenance kami, dami.
Amid the crisis, Jiho, Axie's head of growth, saw new users signing up in droves.
We definitely started to see a lot of traction coming out of the Philippines, especially after the CoinDesk article. It's grown to become our #1 market. I think the reason that this really took off was that the idea of playing a fun, cute game to earn a living, it's something that I think resonates with a generation that's looking for new ways of making money online, new ways of finding a digitally native income. With the pandemic, it's destroyed a lot of physical jobs, in many cases kind of permanently. So I really think that what we're dealing with is a fundamental change in the nature of work.
Sabrina, a mum of 2, is one of those who lost their job and turned to Axie to pay the bills.
Talagang hindi ako makatulog. Kasi iniisip ko bukas, eto na lang yung pera ko. Yung mga anak ko, tinitingnan ko, akala nila marami pa rin akong pera. Kasi hindi ko pinapakita sa kanila na paubos na yung pera ko. Ang mahalaga lang sa akin, yung madagdagan yung pera namin para makakain kami. Yung basta hindi lang kami makakautang, makaraos kami araw-araw. And then, hindi lang pang araw-araw yung niraos niya, binayaran niya lahat ng bill namin, ng utang namin. Siyempre, naging thankful ako kay Axie dahil kahit papano, natulungan niya kami.
Despite all the amazing personal stories and incredible growth figures, it hasn't been all smooth sailing. Axies are a type of non-fungible token, or NFT, which is a type of cryptocurrency, except every NFT is totally unique. To play Axie, you would need to invest in 3 of these very special NFT pets. But recently, due to increasing demand and rising transaction fees, the cost to buy them has increased significantly. This has made Axie unaffordable for a lot of people.
For Axie University, our main focus at the moment is to provide scholarships, which we actually offer Axie teams, and then they're going to play, so they could actually earn for themselves, especially for those who are really affected by the pandemic.
For those who don't have enough money to buy their own Axies up front, a profit-sharing model, known as a scholarship, has emerged to fill the gap. One such program in Nueva Ecija is Axie University, founded by these young entrepreneurs. They buy and breed Axies to be rented out, so other players can try the game without having to spend anything at the outset.
Personally, I am actually one of the affected. I recently lost a job, so playing Axie Infinity, it actually provides me income.
It came to a point that we saw the potential to help others. You know, to help our co-Filipinos that, even they love playing games, but they don't have money as well. and they need money as well to earn, especially during this pandemic times.
People just want to play and earn without any investment. That's one of the reason they apply for a scholarship, and they also want to play the game. Our main goal was not only to earn money for ourselves, but also to help other people in need.
One of our scholars is actually a tricycle driver. So being in this pandemic, those tricycle drivers don't actually get a lot of passengers. Having this opportunity give them actually the chance to earn extra income.
Simula nung kapandemya na wala nang kita ang tricycle, naghanap ako ng ibang pagkakakitaan. Si Kuya Janjan na inalok ako na baka gusto mong maglaro ng Axie. Kahit saan pa pwede basta meron kang internet na data, pwede kang maglaro. Kahit po sana kumita po ng kahit 3,000 po a month, pwede na ho yun. Pambili po ng mga kailangan po sa bahay, ng mga magulang ko po, kailangan po ng bibili po ng bigas, pang-ulam.
Amid the lockdowns, 7.3 million Filipinos were out of work. Youth unemployment was particularly bad, with almost a third of young people, like Mackie and Howard, without a job.
And already graduated in college, and I don't have any work yet. Most of the company, they don't need any employee anymore. I feel frustrated that time because I feel like there's nothing I can do to help my family. I have my younger brother and sister, but that's why I need to help them. Axie University, it's a company who wanted to help the people like me. I treated it as a work because if you want to earn in that game, you have to commit in that game. You have to play it daily, to play hard. I guess the highest earning possible in that is 15,000 per month. But that's fine because the regular jobs I see here in the Philippines, they offer 10,000 a month. And my bosses in Axie University, they're not like the other bosses that very strict. They just talking me like a friend but in a professional way. They help me build my confidence. They teach me everything in leadership. I'm really grateful I have them as my managers.
Increasingly, the community is organising itself to provide education, training and mentorship to help players improve their skills and maximise returns. Gabby Dizon, co-founder of Yield Guild Games, is helping to formalise this trend by establishing a protocol to govern a network of players and investors who combine their efforts and their assets to reap larger rewards in NFT games.
So what's so exciting about Yield Guild is that Filipinos have always been really good at playing games, but they've never really made anything from them. So now with Play to Earn, people have the opportunity to play, which is something that they really like to do, and they have the opportunity to make money from spending their skill and their time in games to make a living, and that's never been possible before.
The potential for Play to Earn has caught the attention of some major international investors too. One of those funding NFT-driven startups like Axie and Yield Guild Games is the ventures arm of New York-based blockchain consulting firm Delphi Digital.
Axie was actually one of our earliest investments because it's more than just a game. It's a social network, it's a job, an educational platform where people can learn new skills, and it's literally lifting people out of poverty. What's more is that the community is so strong and most Axie players aren't even coming from crypto. The traction of Play to Earn gaming is getting people to learn about crypto that never would have thought about it otherwise. So for us, we really believe that this is the key to unlocking crypto adoption at scale.
Billionaire businessman and Shark Tank investor Mark Cuban agrees that it's the strong community aspect of Play to Earn gaming that makes it so powerful.
Crypto-based games are community owned. Everybody in the community gets to share in the revenues and the upsides, which means that participants, people who play, get a chance to play to earn. And that's just incredible to me, and it creates really unique opportunities. Now, anybody around the world can play and make money playing, and it makes perfect sense once you dig into the numbers. So it's really incredible. It's a unique opportunity, and if it's done right, it truly can be game-changing.
Of course, this isn't the solution to end poverty once and for all, but it is an interesting example of how technology can be used by vulnerable people to improve their own lives. The story of Cabanatuan City is not an isolated case. Play-to-earn communities are popping up all over the world, particularly in emerging economies, where job opportunities are lacking and government relief has been limited. And it's not only Axie. There are other NFT games too, offering a way for players to monetize their time and their skills while having fun. An entire ecosystem is developing around this movement. A virtual world where everyone is welcome to come work, play and participate in the new digital economy. A smartphone and an internet connection is all you need to play to earn.